Hello and good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a pure delight. It's a sheer delight. I can't imagine anything better than coming here at 7:30 in the morning and teaching English on television and giving you the opportunity for free. Eso es entrada libre y gratuita. Free. Yeah. For English. That's a bargain. Es una ganga, un chollo. It's a bargain. Yeah, free English classes. 1,127 free English classes. Wow. Each one, 26 minutes. Mucha chicha, mucha carne aquí. Pedagógica, didáctica. There's a lot. Yes. Program number 1,127. ¿Te lo puedes creer? Can you believe it? 1,127. We have 73 programs left. 73, incluido esta. 73 programs left. 73 classes left. And then I'm going to hang up my hat. Voy a encontrar la coleta. I'm going to hang up my hat. We say colgar el sombrero. I'm going to hang up my hat and hang up my boots. Yeah. Yeah. No voy a morir con las botas puestas. Me las voy a quitar primero. Okay. I'm going to take my boots off before I die. También se dice en inglés to die with the boots on. But I'm going to take my boots off I'm going to remember before I die. Okay. Paula Eisenbach, our favorite German girl, drove from Munich to Heidelberg yesterday to start her final semester at the university. As she was driving north to Heidelberg, northwest to Heidelberg, she was thinking about Tom Sanders because she was worried that maybe he would continue harassing her. She thought that maybe he would continue stalking her. To stalk is acosar yendo detrás siempre, siguiendo los pasos. She thought that maybe he would continue following her. And she was a bit worried. When she got to her flat in the center of Heidelberg, the first thing her flatmates, compañeras de piso, flatmate, classmate, compañero de clase, schoolmate, compañero de colegio, soulmate, compañero del alma, y hay más. Bueno, checkmate, no tiene que ver con compañeros. Checkmate, checkmate, is jaque mate. Jaque mate, checkmate. All right, checkmate. All right, so when she got back last night, finally, when she reached her flat in the center of Heidelberg, her two flatmates, the first thing they said is, Tom Sanders is in jail. In jail? Yeah, Tom is in jail. The police had caught him looking in the windows of the girls' dormitory, of one of the girls' dormitories, no? In one of the girls' dormitories next to the Heidelberg campus. All right. Un mirón. A peeping Tom, as I said yesterday. Peeping Tom. Yes. Paula's flatmates went on to tell her que Pinto went con tell. Siguió para decirle, continuó para decirle. They went on. No pararon ahí, siguieron para decirle. They went on. Paula's flatmates went on to tell her that Tom's picture had appeared with an article on the front page of the Heidelberg newspaper. The front page is en la portada del periódico de local, the Heidelberg newspaper. His picture, his photograph, together with an article, had appeared on the front page of the Heidelberg newspaper. When the police took him in, ¿qué quiere decir cuando la policía le llevaron a la comisaría? When the police took him into the police station. Se dice, when the police took him in, they contacted the U.S. consulate. Consulado de USA. The U.S. consulate. When the police took him in, they contacted the U.S. consulate and learned. To learn aquí no aprendieron. Bueno, aprendieron, sí, pero se enteraron. To learn has two meanings. One is aprender, and the other, muy corriente, es enterar. Me enteré ayer. Cuando la información te viene a ti, no cuando lo busques. Cuando lo buscas solemos decir find out. Lo voy a averiguar, I'm going to find out. Ayer supe, ayer me enteré. Ayer supe que estamos enfermos. ¿Verdad? Yesterday I learned. All right, learned. So, when the police took him in, they contacted the U.S. consulate and learned that Tom Sanders had a criminal record in California. Antecedentes penales, criminales. Record, un registro criminal. Yeah, a police record. Se dice más, creo, policial o policíaca que antecedentes penales. A police record or a criminal record in California. He had been arrested, pluscuamperfecto, había sido arrestado, detenido. He had been arrested several times for harassing female students at San Diego State University. Yes, it's a very important university, San Diego State University. SDSU, San Diego State University. And he had been arrested several times for harassing female students, not male students, female students at San Diego University. Yes, he was considered dangerous. Fue considerado peligroso. Era considerado. He was considered dangerous. Paula couldn't believe her ears. Se dice en inglés mucho. Algo que no ves y que no crees. I can't believe my eyes. No puedo creer mis ojos. Se dice en inglés. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my ears means lo que oyes. Paula couldn't believe her ears. Yeah. She had spent probably 100 hours with Tom in his apartment. He seemed like, parecía, él parecía, he seemed like such a nice man, a nice young man, un joven tan majo, at first. But later she began to see a few strange things in his character. It's a good thing the Christmas break arrived in time. It's a good thing, 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 it's a good thing. Es una buena cosa significa en inglés menos mal. Menos mal que llegó las fiestas navideñas a tiempo. It's a good thing. The Christmas break arrived in time, a tiempo. No on time. On time es puntual. In time, a tiempo. In time is relativo. In time. On time is absoluto. O llegas on time o llegas late. All right. You arrive on time or you arrive late. Ahora bien, puedes llegar tarde, pero a tiempo para el inicio del partido. Llegas 5 minutos tarde, pero empiezan el partido 5 minutos tarde. I didn't arrive on time, but I arrived in time for the beginning of the match. O no llegó para el primer acto, pero a tiempo para ver el segundo acto de la obra de teatro. I arrived late, but in time to see the second act. So, in time is relative. A tiempo para. On time is punctuality. All right. But in this case, ¿dónde estoy? Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing the Christmas break arrived in time. It's a good thing too, también, menos mal también, que it's a good thing too that the police had caught him. Because otherwise, she might have had a bad experience. Because otherwise, she might have had, porque de otra manera, a lo mejor habría tenido. She might have had, she might have had a bad time, no? A bad experience. Yeah, she might have had a bad experience. So that's the story. The story of Paula Eisenbach is over. I imagine that she graduated from the University of Heidelberg and returned to Munich to live with her parents, find a job in Munich, and then become independent, emanciparse, como se dice aquí, to become more independent. I don't know. She doesn't have as far as I know, she doesn't have a boyfriend. So, Paula Eisenbach, computer systems and graphic arts is what she's studying. Congratulations, Paula. I love you. Okay, the next one, grammar. Grammar, the big book. Somos tres. ¿Cuántos son ustedes? No, somos tres. You go to an American, or a British, you go to a restaurant in the English-speaking world, and the head waiter or the maitre d' is how do you say? El maître. Okay, the head waiter says, yes? If you say, we are three, somos tres. He says, wow, parecéis más mayor que 3 años. Solo tenéis 3 años. Porque we are three means tenemos 3 años. We are three. You look older. You look older than 3. Okay, because we don't say we are three. We say, in a restaurant, there are 3 ways. A table for 3, please. A party, como fiesta, una partida de 3. Vamos, a party of 3. Or, lo que más se dice is, there are 3 of us. There are 3 of us. ¿Cuántos sois? ¿Cuántos son ustedes? How many of you? ¿Cuántos de ustedes hay? Okay. How many of you are there? Parece muy barroco en inglés. Con lo fácil que es, ¿cuántos son? How many of you are there? How big is your party? The maitre d'. There are 2 ways in English of saying el maître. You say the head waiter, recomiendo head waiter, camarero, jefe, el cabeza camarero. The head waiter, pero se dice igual de muchas veces maitre d'. Maître, en francés como maître, de salon. Maître de salon. Okay. Y cortamos después el de. We say the maitre d'. I don't know why we say the maitre d'. We said maitre de salon. All right. Using the French. For example, it's interesting. We say, we don't have que aproveche, buen provecho. We don't, in English, nothing. We say bon appétit in francés. Bon appétit, buen appetito, bon appétit. Sometimes you can say enjoy your meal. Enjoy your meal. But it's not common. Buen provecho. Just yesterday, I ate a lunch. Esto pasó ayer. Fui con Juan solo. Okay. And we went, and it was clear that there were a couple, a man and a woman, having lunch together. And I noticed that she clearly recognized me. All right, but I didn't say anything. But as I said, que aproveche. Vamos, gracias. All right, we sat down. An hour later, they got up to leave, and she stopped, and she spoke to me. She said, oh, I've been listening to your radio show for 10 years. All right, et cetera, et cetera. Very nice lady. All right. So, but in any case, I said, buen provecho, o que aproveche. And so we say, enjoy your meal, or bon appetit. The French expression, bon appetit. Okay, but in any case, how many of you are there? ¿Cuántos somos? ¿Cuántos vamos a hacer? How many of us will there be? It's difficult in English, but that's how we say it. So, now if you go to a restaurant and you say, we are 4, or we are 3, the head waiter will understand you, of course. But it's not English. It's European style. We are 3. All right. There are 3 of us. All right, my friends, expressions. How much time do we have, Marta? I think we have a lot of time. Quite a bit. Expressions. Expressions. Page 170 at the top. I don't buy it. ¿No lo compras? No, don't buy it. Se dice mucho lo de no compro tu idea. ¿Se dice en español también ahora? Se ha penetrado. Antes no se decía, ¿eh? Yeah, I don't buy that idea. I don't buy your idea. Yeah, it's very, very common in English. So common that it has penetrated into the Spanish language. Ahora, no me lo trago. ¿Sabes? I don't buy it. Ningún cargo oculto, no me lo trago. Debe de haber alguna trampa. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. And this says, claro que el documento estaría listo esta semana. Yeah. No, Claire, perdona. Claire dijo que el documento estaría listo esta semana. Pero no nos lo tragamos, but we don't buy it. Claire said the document would be ready for this week, but we don't buy it. I don't buy it. Yeah. People say, you can learn English with 1,000 words, or you can learn English in 3 months. I don't buy it. It's impossible. To learn English, it depends on your definition of learn. To assimilate English and to use it effectively requires 3,000 hours of exposure to the language. It requires 3,000 hours. So people who say you can learn English with the fast track are lying to you. I don't buy it. The word learn. De hecho, trato de evitar la palabra aprender. Ustedes aprenderán inglés conmigo, pero no. Se harán con un dominio. Hacerse con el inglés is what I say. ¿Qué significa hacerse con el inglés? Que ya. You have effective utilization of the language. Effective. You understand? People? Even Sevillana con Marta. You understand? And you can reproduce and you can respond effectively to what you understand. That requires at least 3,000 hours of exposure. Class? No. Exposure. Class? 100 hours, no más. You don't need more than 100 hours of class to go from beginner to intermediate, low intermediate. And that the rest is you. Ear, por un tubo. Understanding. And then basic grammar. But it takes, but to understand requires at least 1,500 hours of exposure to the music of the language, to the sounds of the language. It requires a lot of exposure, not study, de codos, no. It's exposure and speaking and talking, talk, but especially understanding. If you understand, you can go through the world. Last month I think I'm repeating myself, but it doesn't matter. You can go around the world signing contracts, negotiating and signing contracts successfully with un nivel hablado de B2. But hay que tener un C2 aquí. If you have a C2 level here, you can conquer the world with a B2 level here. You don't need to speak perfect English to be perfectly effective. but you need to understand perfect English to be perfectly effective. So I don't buy these ideas that within 3 months you can learn English. Yeah, it's not true. But anyway, because I've been teaching English for 51 years. No, 50 and a half. 50 años y medio llevo. En agosto 51. Yeah. Wow. And I'm still waiting for the magic formula. With artificial intelligence, well, okay. You can go to China into a restaurant. I would like huevos con morcilla. Quiero un huevo con morcilla. And they say it. Okay, no problem. And she will say it, and we don't have huevos con morcilla. What are they? Okay, but in any case, so you can translate these things, but like a good interpreter. But for learning a language, to understand a language, to understand, is so difficult that it requires more than 1,000 hours of exposure to the language, and artificial intelligence cannot give it to you. They can give you more interesting ways to approach these 1,000 hours, but they cannot it cannot speed up the listening comprehension challenge. I don't buy it. The second, page 170, expressions, the second one. Not for the life of me. Not for the life of me. No por la vida de mí. La vida mía, mi vida, no por mi vida. Not for the life of me. Yeah, por más que lo intenté, o por más que lo intento. It's impossible. It's not for the life of me. Can I learn English? Richard, yes. Mi inglés, I speak English. Yeah. Yeah. But mi inglés es de cueva. All right. You caveman English. All right. So not for the life of me. Not for the life of you will you learn English. Okay, ¿qué dice aquí? Por más que lo intenté, no pude recordar de qué la conocía. I couldn't for the life of me. I couldn't. O sea, el not está dentro de couldn't. I couldn't for the life of me remember where I knew her from. Yeah. La cara de esa mujer me suena. Yeah. But I don't know where. My God. Hey, Johnny. Look. Yeah. I can't. I know her from somewhere. Hombre, that was your first wife. Oh, that was my first wife. Yeah. Okay, not for the life of me could I recognize my first wife. She had changed so much. By the way, I don't have a second wife. By the way. All right. Not for the life of me. The third one on page 170. This is very common. To get a word in edgewise. Aquí dice no poder meter baza. Vale. Okay. The edge is el borde. The edge of the table. My telephone is on the edge of the table. On the edge, edge escrito, on the edge of the table. To get a word in edgewise is a very common expression. Conseguir que entre una palabra, aunque sea por los bordes. Edgewise. Clockwise is en el sentido de las manos del reloj. Counterclockwise or anti-clockwise is el wise. So wise significa rumbo, orientación. Edgewise is rumbo por el borde. To get into, Marta talks so much. When Marta's putting on my makeup, no puedo meter ni una palabra ni por los bordes. I can't get a word in edgewise, you know. I have to wait stoically until she finishes her story about her photography. Es fotógrafo la mejor de España. She's the best, but I can't get a word in edgewise. I can't get a word in edgewise. My mother said this a lot. But it was funny. My mother was a funny person. Funny. I remember my mother talking on the telephone, and I was at home, and my mother was a talker with a Texas accent, and apparently the other person was not talking at all. My mother did. Finally, she said, "Okay, Claire, fine, bye." And she turned and said, "¿Qué es tan habladora? She's such a talker." I said, "Yeah, she's such a talker." Okay, so the other person couldn't get a word in edgewise. All right, I'm running out of time. I don't give a damn. Oh, the last one. I'm going to postpone the one at the bottom for tomorrow because it's so common. It's so common. Hasta la película, penúltima frase de los vientos, lo que el viento se llevó, era esta frase. So we'll see it tomorrow. Take care.